Hello, good morning. I laugh because every time I count and I'm like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and India waits until after I've activated the microphones to move her microphone arm. So it's always just like... That's timing.
You think you'd be thankful just for me being here?
What?
Just for giving him the time of day, but no.
I'm here because of you.
To be here, have to not do this, not do that. Hey you guys, I can feel the thumb of the man pressing down on the back of my neck.
Indeed, cats on all your faces. Welcome to the Anna morning stream.
Cats on your face!
With sassy India.
I'm not sassy, I'm just disappointed.
I'm not angry. I'm just sassapants.
So, what are we doing this morning, Mike?
Well, today, India, I believe
Is your voice okay?
Yeah.
You sound very croaky. Are you alright?
Well, today, India.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah.
What would you like?
Juice.
I get you some in a sec.
Okay. Get some in the intermission that happens 2 minutes into the broadcast.
Yes. So, welcome to the break. We've all been working hard this morning, and now it's time to load off.
So we heard about a cool thing that involves Zelda, and we're going to be doing a fan art of that. And last night, India did some thumbnail doodling. Doodling some thumbnails. So I think she's trying to take a photo of them just now.
Succeeding.
I think she's succeeding to take some photos of them just now, and we're gonna present them to you, our wonderful
Friend.
hive mind of great advice.
Our friend.
Hive friend.
And you can tell us which one we should do, because we have. Well, did any of the ideas that you were coming up with last night strike you as something you might want to do, Mike? Do you want to take a photo of any of those?
No. I had one. I'll describe it while you're doing your visual things. I had one idea that had Link submerged in the water, and you're like top down on him, and then in the reflection of the water you could see the windfish.
The wind. Oh, you should probably explain what the competition is. I interrupted you to talk about your voice.
Yeah. The Nintendo UK are doing a competition to make fan art for the new Link's Awakening. That's it.
Yep. And the fan art can be pretty much anything. It can be film or diorama or sock puppet or whatever you want. But we don't have a lot of time, so we're just going to do an illustration. And then even if we don't win, the illustration can be used for conventions going forward.
Yeah, so I had the idea of Link. He's in the water.
Link, he's in the water.
He's asleep.
He's asleep.
And then there's a big old windfish.
A big old windfish.
I don't know how to position the windfish at all yet. It's more a conceptual idea than anything.
I like it though.
How did you stream? Get that Switch.
Get that Switch! Get that bread, guys. This is our opportunity to get one. So keep your fingers crossed for us. Okay.
No, we are not making a Shaq tune. And we wouldn't recommend anyone else make a Shaq tune either.
Yeah. Maybe not.
You know what? Let's not discuss that. I don't know.
think?
Like, part of me feels like it'd be responsible to discuss it, and part of me feels like it's a no-brainer.
I mean, luckily, a lot of people have already said why it's a bad idea to do it.
Yeah.
Which is that they own everything that you submit, whether you win or not, and can monetize the heck out of it as much as they want. Anything you submit can be altered, can be resold, can be slapped on shirts, can be used to promote their website, used for banners, and they don't have to pay you anything or credit you for it.
Let's just say...
And the initial amount they're offering for the winner was just insulting considering the amount of work that animation takes.
Yeah, well, they're not giving enough time to make anything of note anyway.
2 weeks is a very tough deadline if you're not full-timing it. I don't know how long the voice clips were.
The voice clips were like between 30 and 40 seconds. They were poorly recorded, and Turner is I think it's Turner Broadcasting, something that we're going to be doing. They're part of companies that own Cartoon Network. They're part of the whole corporate family who understand how animation's made. So yeah.
I don't know if the people organizing understand how animation is made. I didn't know that Tonico was a fan of Secret of Mana. I just realized.
He raised the price to $10,000.
Which is way better, but doesn't change the fact that you're still doing a bunch of work for free, because everything you submit, they 100% own and can use as much as they want. There's a lot of small text down there where it says that by submitting, you're consenting to them being able to commercially use your work without paying you or crediting you. So you're essentially just throwing it into a pool for them to use. So they're paying $10,000 and they're getting a spread of hundreds of submissions for them to use as much as they want in the future. So to them, I'm not even sure it's about the winning entry. I think it's just about getting more than $10,000 worth of work for them to use. Look, Tonico did Secret of Mana characters.
Whoa!
Aren't these great?
They're awesome.
I was just Googling it and I found this by Tonico and I was like, whoa, I didn't know that he liked that.
Tonico!
It's my favourite game. It's so good.
Now you have something to talk about with Tonico.
Tonico, talk to me about Secret of Mana. I love it. Anywho, I was looking for a certain piece of Secret of Mana art. I found it. Here we are. Come on, Photoshop, you can do it. I believe in you.
Gotta have Eve.
You gotta believe.
Link.
Carl says Strive is 7'1". That would be terrifying. How tall would everyone else be in that case?
I think Shaq is 7'1".
That's a tall person.
He's offering 10K only in the tweet. Their website terms still say $500. That
Ooh.
I think that more shows how flippant they are about this. Like, they probably do mean 10,000. I don't think they're gonna be like, aha, you didn't read the terms. But it just means that they don't have the togetherness in the organization to be like, oh, we're gonna raise it, so we should change the terms.
There we go. Okay, so who drew this Secret of Mana fan art? Don't know, but I have it. Like, I bought this piece physically to have on my wall. Let me find out for you.
We found them on Twitter recently.
Well, I must be following them already. I remember seeing this and just being like, I must have this. So, oh yeah, Benoit Tranche.
I was gonna say Benoit.
Benoit! And I will zoom in and let you see it in all of its glory as well. So this is a collaboration between Benoit Tranche and V. I don't know anything else about V, but I think I'm following them as well. V's dumpinggrounds.tumblr.com. But I think that they are also on Twitter. But I don't know anything else about them because the credit I'm looking at is written from V's perspective, and they just say a collaboration between Benoit and I.
That's really not gonna change it.
But let me zoom in and show you guys this cool piece.
Or it's like V for Verdi, obviously. Every V stands for Verdi.
Sorry if it's a bit pixely because I shrank and enlarged it. Look. Whee!
I don't think I have a screen mode where I can make your screen a bigger screen.
That's okay. Hopefully people can still see it.
So I'm gonna do duplicate this. Oh, come on. Copy.
You'll recognize all these moments if you played the game. And right back down to the very first moment where you find the sword.
Okay, scroll up now. Everyone can see a fuller screen of it now.
Okay.
It's real cool.
Yeah, it is. So, these are the two ideas. Boop, 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 boop. So, the first idea for the Link's Awakening piece is to have something slightly more abstract, like this piece here where we have Link standing in the waves and looking towards the island, but the shape of the mountains, go away Photoshop, the shape of the mountains makes up a sleeping Link face. So it's kind of abstract and plays into the fact that this is all a dream. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. I think that's what the entire premise of the game is. But yeah, we have the negative space of the mountains be Link's sleeping face, and the rest of it is him at the beginning of the adventure. Or we have B, which is less abstract and more like the Secret of Mana piece, where we start off with maybe Link is playing an ocarina on the side of a boat or something, but we have some moments here going up the mountain, and then at the top of it we have the windfish, which is here.
Windy fish.
Windy fish. And the top of the mountain. So much more like this Secret of Mana piece here. And we're not sure which one we should do.
D says turn the face upwards instead and make it an Eva reference.
Have a massive Link face in the ocean. That'd be amazing. Oh man. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think I should go with A or B? Or we should, because Mike and I are going to be collaborating on this together.
And I just, this idea is not. Okay, we got one vote for A.
You know what? While people are saying which one they would prefer, I'm going to go and get you a drink.
Two votes for A.
You sure that you would like Juice rather than tea?
3 votes for A. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you getting tea anyway?
Yeah.
And get me tea.
Okay. I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm gonna go make some tea. What?
It's got stuff in it. So.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B. Make a border around A in the style of B. That's a vote for Tib. B. India wants T. 1 vote for T. Emlet's got a 2nd vote for A. Reka votes for B. Haruka-chan A. Another A. Okay. I think that's the voting kind of subsided, so I'll show you this while India's getting hydration and stuff. Look, it's the Posy Doodle. After the stream, I worked this up a little bit more into a drawing with articulated hands. Look at the little bobble hands and the little bobble nose. So I was going to, depending on like what the process for making this new piece is, like if it looks like if it's going for A, India will be doing the line work and stuff for that. So which means it frees me up potentially to color this just now. But we'll see. We'll see what India thinks. Whether she thinks I can start doing like background illustration or whatever. I was wondering if I could maybe do this in a kind of soft sort of sculpty style. Where is my softy sculpty? You know. Maybe something like this. Tea? We look like a homeless couple. But she's got tea.
We do look like a homeless couple. This is true to life. Tea has been brought.
It's now accurate to Okay, India.
Mm.
We got 7 votes for A, 3 votes for B, 1 vote for Tib, and 1 vote for T.
What is tea?
You just brought it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It was your vote.
I voted T. Okay, awesome. Well, then we'll do A, won't we?
Reika is one of the votes for B, and she just said that Reika likes B because it feels like it could have a frostbite feel because of a few scenes melding into each other, and you did that so well. So Reika would love to see us do that more.
Oh, Reika, thank you. That was like definitely what I was thinking when I was coming up with the idea. Was we could do something very frostbite-like. I think we should do more pieces just like that in general, though. Like,
yeah.
Even if we don't do it for this competition, I'd still love to do B as a piece.
Just to show people what Reika is referring to.
Let's see if I can find A3 anywhere on my document settings for Photoshop. My document settings for Photoshop feel like a nightmare. So hard to find anything. Okay. Do you think we should do this in RGB so we can make it the brightest it will be for a screen and then convert it to CMYK?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, this is something Indy and I made years ago now, but it has that stream of imagery melding into one another.
This is like the first thing we made together, really.
This is the first thing Indy and I made together.
Wow!
And look, there's a bear in it. If that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
You just like bears.
Yeah.
Can you NDA me for 1 sec while I save? Just to make sure I'm not going to save in a location that reveals all of the projects we're working on right now.
Sure.
Thank you.
I ended up going back and making this one a print. Like I repainted this one. So it's a wordless comic. Sort of a comic. Comic without the panels.
The NDA screen ain't covering everything.
Really?
Weird. But I have saved it.
Okay.
The saving has happened.
Let me just make the NDA screen cover everything.
Well, I don't need it anymore, though.
Yeah, but you'll need it in the future, won't you?
I guess. You can see my yellow. No. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a rough sketch of this, and then I'm going to hand it over to you for the environment stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then I will continue working on Linko.
The NDA screen was done by our good friend H Rabbit. So if you ever wanna like look at Frostbite yourselves.
So Link's Awakening Link has a really cool design. He has that very turny-uppy nose. I'm wondering if I should go with that for this side profile or whether I should just go more regular anime.
No, go for something that's distinctly Link.
Okay.
Distinctly.
Nice, Mike. You nailed it. I'm gonna have to try and
I can't do that without lisping.
I'm gonna have to try and find a side profile of him then, because I don't know if there is one.
Distinctly. Yeah. There you go. Got it.
It's a shame we can't have some Legend of Zelda music while we're doing this.
India didn't jump out of her chair, but she was once frozen in place for 5 minutes in the kitchen because she thought a spider was under the chair.
Creepy crawling.
I learned something about spiders, and you don't want to know it.
I do. Tell me.
No.
Tell me what it is.
There's been reports of false widow spiders in the south of Ireland.
False widow spiders?
Yeah. So they're like black widow, but not black widows. And if they bite you, it hurts, like a bee sting.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind that, as long as they're not black widows. I want his face to take up more of the screen. Is what I want.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'll do this. And get them soft shapes.
So what are you doing this for?
I want to make a little like streaming, like a little graphic of us to put on our Twitch that's like, hey, they're not streaming just now, they're sleeping.
Oh, I see.
Come back
Nice.
soon. I don't like this. This brush is maybe too soft.
Can I get away with making it like that? Not
Maybe
really.
if I up the flow. Yeah.
His eyelash is gonna have to be a bird or something. We'll have to work something out. The hair. Maybe what do we do about the hair? Maybe we can just invent something.
Can you all hear the music okay, by the way? There are now 6 wasp corpses in G's room because apparently the vent has been an emergency point for them, but they don't crawl back then.
Oh man.
I had a dream that we had ants outside our house, even though we don't live in a house.
That sounds like an awful dream.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a dream that there were women taking their bras off?
I told you that in confidence, India.
It sounded like an interesting dream. They were doing like a magic trick, and one of them would take her bra off, and then the other one would have it on, like a sleight of hand thing. Was that right? Did I get it right?
Something like that. It was like misdirection. But yeah, it was like a 3-girl act, and one girl on the left would go and retrieve a new bra. The girl in the middle would put it on by turning her back, and then the girl on the right would pull the same bra that the middle one put on to reveal another bra underneath. It was that sort of process. Thanks for revealing that.
It's okay. Anytime. Oh no, I pressed undo. Serves me right. Let me.
Emma's like, I want to see this magic trick.
I bet you do. Think about there is probably nice. So this is going to be some kind of seabird. I'm going to put you notes on another layer.
You're gonna put me notes?
Mm-hmm. Seabird. Like a seagull. The only seabird I know.
Is it the only seabird you know?
Uh-huh.
What about Seahawks?
Are they not like a baseball team?
They might be based on an actual animal. I don't know.
Maybe clouds? I don't know. I don't know what the I'm gonna put or non-existent. I don't know what the eyebrow could be. Maybe we should just leave the eyebrow off. Who knows?
A cloud, probably.
A very convenient shaped cloud. I know about puffins. That's true. I do know about puffins. Are they considered seabirds?
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
How come? Because they live by the sea?
Yes. Seagulls don't live in the ocean, India.
I guess not. I guess that's a good point. Why is it that I feel like seagulls are more of an ocean bird than puffins? Because they fly over it all the time, I guess, and they land in it, and they wash in it, and they hunt in it.
I think you're describing a puffin.
Puffins.
Wait, what do puffins eat?
Can puffins fly?
Yes, India. Puffins can fly.
I thought they were like penguins.
They
and they just waddled around.
They live on cliff. Do you think they walk up there?
Yeah. But they waddled around.
Can you imagine a penguin trying to climb a cliff?
I thought they was like hopped about a lot. I don't think I've seen a puffin fly before.
Okay, well let me break your mind then.
Are you going to show me a puffin flying?
I think we've literally played 2 games in the last week and a half or 2 weeks that have involved puffins, and each one you walk towards them and they fly away.
They did fly away, didn't they? I think sometimes I don't know what I don't know until I'm confronted with actually having to explain the knowledge.
I mean,
and then I realise I don't have the knowledge to explain it, and
they're
I'm
pretty
like, oh.
funny in the air. I'll give you that.
Whoa, look at it go. The ones I remember from Knights and Bikes, they kind of just perched on rocks, but you're right, they do fly away when you get close to them.
They're pretty cute though. Wow. There you go. You probably have only seen puffins like this.
Yes, I have. I've only seen them like sat on rocks and stuff. Except, according to you, I haven't. I've seen them fly in games, so I don't know why this is a surprise to me. Gotta find out what outfit Link wears in this game. Collecting vegetables is having an aneurysm because puffins eat fish. Fish aren't from the sea. Okay, I admit maybe puffins are seabirds and I got it wrong. Ah, the mysterious puffin. No one knows from where it comes. From what it dines. Puffins are cute.
It makes sense that they eat fish.
It does, it makes a lot of sense.
So this shading is an experiment because I've not really done something like this before, but I want to try it.
I'm taking Link from my sketch. Come with me, Link. Need you down here. What? I don't want to have him too big. I have a habit of
saying sexual innuendo?
No. Jeez, oh Mike.
You just said I don't want to have him too big.
I meant compositionally.
I know.
Jeez, oh.
Sorry.
I have a habit of drawing things just too close in. I ruin a lot of compositions that way by drawing the characters too big or not giving things enough room to breathe. So when I send this over to you, feel free to rearrange things a little bit if you want to.
Okay.
If you feel like I've made the character too big, just because I really like characters, so I always make them huge. Or you want to rearrange anything, do you feel free to?
Was he that big in your thumbnail? Because it doesn't feel like he was that big in your thumbnail.
The thumbnail's on there so you can see. I brought the face down more though from where it was on the thumbnail. Like the face is lower.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the face to have more real estate and to be able to fill that bit with sky more. I felt like it would make it nicer.
I think I disagree. I think having it up there kind of made it less of a focal point. It made it more of a kind of like, hey, do you notice, rather than, hey, look at his face.
I think that the face will be disguised though when you start putting the mountains and such in.
Okay.
That is my thought.
Yeah, Emma's also suggesting that scooching the face up makes the mountains just a little bit higher and more ominous.
I suppose there's no reason we have to have this A3. We could extend the canvas a little bit if we want.
Yeah?
We could do. Have to get a picture of the Master Sword now. The Master Sword!
Zenith Knight just noticed how large your mug is in this. Yeah.
It's huge!
We do actually have a really large mug though.
Look at my tiny infant hands. How can those fingers grasp anything?
They're cute, huh? And
It freaked me out a little bit. Baby hands freak me out a little bit.
Do you want me to change them?
Maybe you make my fingers a little bit longer.
India does have like
What you about to say?
slender and like long hands.
Good. That's what I was hoping you would say.
What did you think? What else could I have said?
Tiny baby hands. India does have tiny baby hands.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Give him the shield on his back. And then you'd have to draw any of his outfit. I kind of want to draw his outfit. I like it. Maybe you could have his...
He doesn't start with a shield.
Could have a shield in his hand instead.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't played this game. We're doing the competition so we can get the game to play it.
I'll put one on his back and I'll put one in his hand. And I don't know which one we should use.
Legend of Zegend.
Legend of Zegend.
Zelda of Zelda, says Galactic Vegetable.
Zelda's a weldening.
Oh, Galactic Vegetable also said Legend of Zegend. I think it's good. It's good.
I like it. He could have a... It's up to us. Help me, I'm tired. Okay. The pose is cooler when he doesn't have the shield in his hand. So I guess it's gonna be on his back, probably.
He doesn't start the game with a shield.
Okay, fine. Does he start the game with a sword?
Nope.
Well, then maybe I shouldn't draw him with a sword either.
Yeah, what are you doing? No, give him the sword.
He probably gets the shield before the sword, Michael.
I don't know. I've not played the game.
He probably does, Michael.
I don't know. I haven't played the game.
Well, you know what? Me neither. But hopefully we will if we win.
We're such big fans.
I'm big fans of the Switch and of The Legend of Zelda in general. I would love to have the chance to play. That would be swell.
India's hands, says Tib, are actually tarantulas strapped to her wrists. Could you imagine?
You'd like that. Stroke your face and it would skitter across.
You would freak out if you had tarantula hands.
No, I'd be okay with it if I had tarantula hands.
Not based on my experience with you and spiders, you wouldn't be.
Yeah, but I would have a different experience with spiders if my hands were tarantulas.
Oh, you're saying that you would build up an immunity simply from familiarity because they'd be on your hands.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I don't think he would have grown up with tarantulas. I think he just would have grown up with no hands. And then someone eventually went, "Hey, I have a solution to that." And then they strapped tarantulas to your hands, and then you were like, "Well, my life is over now."
I don't know. I think I would grow to like them and befriend them.
That's a really mature standpoint to have.
Yeah, well, I'm very adaptable. Life will find a way. I don't know how that's applicable in this scenario, but...
Well, no, you'll adapt.
I will.
To your tarantula hand situation.
There we go. It's a Link. He stands in water. He's ready to slay the beasts. Look.
Do it.
Look. Okay. I think that it is nice to have a composition where that takes up more of the screen. And the thing I am wondering about is scaling everything else down. So, let's see.
Let's make it
sketch top.
Taller print.
Sketch. Can we get taller prints? Because we would kind of like to make this into a print afterwards, so that we've kind of got something out of it. At the other end, as well as, you know, if in case we don't win, which is likely.
Yeah, Harriet is pointing out a very good point. Link is left-handed.
Oh, I've drawn him right-handed. I have.
You have.
Okay, that's cool. I will flip him.
Flip everything.
Flip the Link. Thank you for catching that.
Is he not a lefty in Breath of the Wild? Do you mean Twilight Prince?
Do you mean Skyward Sword?
You said Skyward Sword.
Yeah, Skyward Sword makes sense because you had the Wii motion controller.
Yeah.
And most people aren't left-handed. So they had to switch it for that game. So that the majority of the right-handed people could...
I wonder why he's right-handed in Breath of the Wild then.
Is he right-handed in Breath of the Wild?
I don't...
That would make me sad. I really like the fact that Link is left-handed.
Breath of the Wild. Images. Oh, he is. Look.
Wow.
I never noticed.
I wonder why. It's interesting. Like, I really like that the character is left-handed, but...
That is strange. Why would they switch?
Maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to move the face up. Okay, I'll move the face up a little bit.
Alright, says because it's on Switch, they switched.
Bum. So I don't know. I'm going to send this over to you to play with the composition. And by the way, when I said I was going to do a sketch for you, this is what I meant. Like, this is the extent of what I'm sketching for you. And the rest is really up to you. I'm going to trust you with the landscape. And the sky and everything. And I'm going to focus on the bottom part. With the waves. And the character.
Okay.
If that's cool.
I'll give it my best shot.
Okay. Well, you can find it on Doig Swift Dropbox.
Okay.
I'm going to sip some tea.
I thought I'd come in and swoop in with the color later, but I guess I'm being recruited.
You sure are.
What the fuck?
Oh, you think it looked better where it was when I made Link smaller? You know what? I'm not going to move it.
Where is it on Doig Swift?
It should just be in the root folder.
What's it called?
It's called Link's Awakening.
What's your name and address?
India Swift. 45 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Wallaby Way, Sydney. I don't see it. Is it still uploading?
It might be. Just saved it again. I'm naming all the layers for you.
You don't.
I'm naming them all.
I found it. It's there now. I'll wait until it updates.
Yeah, wait till it updates. I've put it back where I've done another version where Link is smaller and the face is the low place that I put it. And it's up to you to shuffle around with the composition.
Oh, it's up to me, is it?
You have a good compositional eye, and I will learn a lot from what you decide to do with it.
Do I?
You are not biased towards characters. So I think you're more likely to come up with a good composition that just looks good overall rather than me who's like, make the character the biggest thing on the screen.
Will I?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Prove yourself. Aw, thank you. Bertie's proud of me because I named my layers. Name them helpfully for you. Link's Awakening was the first Zelda game Miyamoto didn't work on. It was started as a fan project by several Nintendo employees and later given Miyamoto's approval. Oh, that's so interesting.
Is that why it's the best one?
We've never played it. Do you have music this morning, Mike?
It should do, yeah.
Press M if you can hear the music. If you can't hear the music, don't press M.
Okay, looks like it's up to date now.
Well then, grab it and take it.
Look, you're seeing double.
Thank you, Bertie. I see your M. Seeing if now it says F. I hope you are mourning the silence.
Yeah, I'm gonna move that up. So is that Link, right, okay.
Look how helpfully I separate everything out for you.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum, doo-doo-doo, da-dum, doo-doo-doo, da-dum. So I'm going to let you resize stuff. And then I'm going to reopen the file. And draw me a link.
Get that out of there so it doesn't disturb me.
I'm so disturbed. The CDI games are a result of negotiations between Nintendo and Philips. It looks less like a negotiation and more like a fight or brawl broke out.
I would probably I like in your original sketch the sword was slightly lower. I probably
Galactic Vegetable says, I hear it faintly.
So
you could probably stand to turn it up a little bit. Yeah, it did have chain chomps in it, didn't it? I was looking around for screenshots of it yesterday and I saw a chain chomp.
maybe it was because See, in your original one, the sword felt more kind of ready, whereas having it up and like this feels more aggressive. So I think maybe drop the whole arm.
Okay.
Like, where's my little?
You want it going for distance more as well.
Like that.
Yeah, I guess because that's what the original sketch kind of implied.
Yeah.
Really, I just drew the sword too short, but it kind of made it look like it was going for distance.
Yeah, I like that more. Okay. And then
That sounds epic. Kaijus! Apparently, Mike has found a game where you get to be a kaiju and wander around.
It is.
I want to play it.
Image. Canvas horizontal. I think that feels better to me.
Okay. Do you think Link needs to be bigger, or are you okay with him being that small?
No, I think that's good. What's the thoughts on this?
Everyone look at Mike's screen, not mine. I'm just going to take everything off mine. Have you seen that movie about the girl who realizes she's controlling a kaiju in Tokyo? Oh, that sounds awesome.
I think I have seen that. No, I've seen an advert for that. It looked pretty fun.
That sounds really fun. It's the kind of premise I can get behind. Your task, Mike, is to make that landscape look convincing and have depth.
Yeah.
And be a cool island. That says, I think getting a bit of detail on the mountains in place could help determine where to place the top of them. So maybe you should do a quick sketch-a-rooney of how you'd see the island pushing away into the distance from the bottom going up, and then that might help us figure out where to place the top of the mountains.
Yeah. Maybe. That's a good call.
I think I want to avoid having anything between the two links because I don't want to clutter up the composition too much. Because the main element of the composition should be Link standing in the water, looking at the island. Maybe I should do him with no sword. I don't know. I could have him tattered like he's wading onto the shore, but then he does wash up on shore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Now I'll do him with the sword and everything, and the whole garb.
I think have him without the shield as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to send this back to you? Or
what do you think about
details?
What do you think about Emlet's suggestion of just putting a little bit of detail into the background there to check that we have the mountains in place? That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, if everyone's happy with Link's sizing here, then I can start doing Link. Because I suppose he probably won't be affected. But it might be safest just in case.
Do you want me to use your sketch as a basis, or trying to invent?
I don't know how landscapes or mountains work, so it's probably best if you interpret them yourself.
Okay.
And just try not to see it as a face. Yeah, I think I want to keep it nice and simple. I think if Link is looking into the distance of the mountain, then probably the main focus of the piece will be Link, and then people will look at what he's looking at, which is going to be this beautiful landscape that Mike paints of the island. And then the sleeping silhouette is like a hidden detail.
Yeah, this is the tricky one.
You're playing the Ballad of the Windfish in the background. That's so cool! Oh, I wish we could do that. Feel free to make things a little bit more angular if you need to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea too. And that's got all the good ideas. He says, just look at Link's Awakening map. Obviously it's stylized, but you could get some ideas from it.
Link's Awakening map. Okay.
See what's on the island.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I think having some depth would be nice too, so it's not like there's just a wall of stuff in front of him. We can actually see it receding into the background. We can hear the music now. Oh, I'm glad. Good.
Okay.
I'm also gonna look. Link's Awakening. I'm just gonna type in Ireland. I think you want to type in Link's Awakening Island, because the stuff I've got I think is much more evocative.
Ah. Yeah. Koholint Island. Okay. I mean, the egg is a kind sort of like big feature. So what if the egg was like... What if this was the egg?
It could be. I think you're thinking that everything in the distance is too close.
Yeah.
Like, you could still have the egg where Link's face silhouette is in the sky. It could just be so far away that the silhouette is just like misted over and barely seeable.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, you could plop the egg right into the middle of his face if you want. The important thing is the values have to have the largest contrast.
Yeah.
On the edge of his face. That's all.
Yeah.
But I'd say,
I mean, maybe...
Tib says the egg is important. It's a good egg. Right, I'm just gonna turn these back on and do some values to kind of show you what I mean.
Are you wanting me to do the values now? Is that what you're suggesting?
Oh, the values?
Yeah,
you can do those whenever.
You keep telling me that I should do low contrast values. I'm just trying to sketch in some lines at the moment.
I'm just saying that the highest contrast should be where the edge of his face is, that's all.
Yeah.
You can do the values whenever you feel like doing them. but it's faster for me to paint in black and white than it is for me to paint in colour.
Okay.
Oh man, Endlet's getting a Switch next week.
Awesome, dude. I mean, what if the egg was like up here at his chin? Since it's the highest point.
It could be, but I think that pulls your eye up to the corner.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're being too constrained by the face.
I thought that was the idea, though. Like, do you want me to shift up what the face shape is?
If you come over here and have a look at what I'm doing.
I can see it here.
Come over, because I think you'll be able to see clearer. So you can have it in the background in a silhouette.
Oh, I see.
You just have to make sure the values aren't
gonna
take away from this.
Yeah.
But if it's shrouded in mist, you can absolutely have it be like right in the center in the face silhouette.
Right, gotcha.
With like the birds flying towards it.
Send me that. I'll make that.
You just need to layer up the depth so it feels like it's pushing back and it's a landscape rather than be like, these are all mountains coming down here.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, I get what you're meaning, huh? Visual direction help.
Okay, let me just copy this and send this to you. Sorry that my mountain paintings are rubbish, but that's what I have you for.
I mean, just save that version of the PSD.
Oh, okay.
And I'll reopen it.
Are you sure, dude? Because I don't really want you to use this painting I've done because it's not very good.
It is better than what I have, though.
I know, but I worry that you base it too much on what I send over.
Why?
Because what I send over is a very, very fast sketch, but sometimes I feel like you stick very close and religiously to that, even if you could probably do something better.
Okay.
Besides which, if I save it now, it might save over the compositional things you've done. Do you want me to save it as version 2?
Yeah, go for it.
See. Okay, I'm going to call it version 2. And it's saving now. You played Breath of the Wild on a Wii U emulator. Oh wow, around 5 to 15 frames per second at all times. I was gonna say, if you could do that, then but 5 to 15 frames a second sounds awful, so maybe not.
I mean, you have a Wii U,
I do.
so you could probably get. Did Breath of the Wild come out for the Wii U as well?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't remember that.
I can't believe the amount of times that I know 2 bits of information that connect, but my brain doesn't make the connection between them.
So by the way, we own a Wii U.
Yeah, like the connection of Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U, and I have a Wii U. My brain did not connect the two into the idea I could play Breath of the Wild. It's at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But we could get it at Christmas. Are there big differences between the versions? 30 says Breath of the Wild came out for the Wii U. I can't believe I'm such an idiot, guys. I'm so annoyed. I'm happy and I'm annoyed. I'm really happy because I really want to play that game. I'm also annoyed because I could have played that game literally when it came out. The day it came out.
Yeah.
I've had a Wii U for years. Years! Also, I've known that it's been on the Wii U for years, but I didn't realise that it being on the Wii U and me having a Wii U meant I could play it. Switch version looks nicer. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I can play it. I'm excited. Christmas is gonna be Breath of the Wild. Every day playing it on the Wii U. Galloping through the plains on my horse with my sword. Slashing goblins and falling down mountains too.
My save's on the Switch, so.
We don't even need to do this competition, Mike. Screw this. Let's join rival schools instead.
No, we're getting. I want Breath of the Wild for the Switch.
You also want Mario Maker.
Yeah.
And I very much want Secret of Mana when it comes out on the Switch. And I also want Cadence of Hyrule.
Wait,
and there are many things.
Are they bringing the remake of Secret of Mana to the Switch? Or are they bringing
the original?
The original.
The original.
Or Harry says, India, please never change. She's 32. Wait, 31?
You guys?
I don't think she's going anywhere.
You guys connecting those two ideas for me is the best Christmas present I could have had. I hope you're ready to get a really derpy Let's Play of me running around screaming in Hyrule. I know Mario Maker 1 was on the Wii U. I think Mike wants Mario Maker 2.
It is not the same.
Oh, you mean Mario Maker 1's the same as Mario Maker 2?
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not.
You know why it's not? It's because all the levels I want to play are on Mario Maker 2.
Well, there are more ways to make the levels. And also there are much more people playing it, so that's good.
You guys should do the dual wield. What? What do you mean?
What does that mean? Birdie, what does that mean?
That whispering.
Sorry. I wasn't whispering about you.
I know. But that's fine.
Oh, Mike. I'm gonna have so many adventures. I'm gonna use that magnet so much. Elle brought her Switch over and she let me play Breath of the Wild. And I played it for a couple of hours. And I got the magnet power and that was fun. And that's all I did.
D is living for a Let's Play of Breath of the Wild from us too. You guys should do the dual wield. What do you mean by the dual wield? Oh, like I just said to Em, like one person holds the left side of the controls and the other holds the right.
That sounds like absolute chaos.
No.
That would be the... Do you guys understand how much I need to micromanage everything? Like, it would be hell. Poor Mike. He'd be constantly being berated by me for stuff that probably I was doing wrong.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen.
Maybe if we can't get past a particularly difficult part, we can dual wield. That will make it easier, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Bertie, can you link us to the Let's Play if you can find it again, just at some point today? Because I'd quite like to see that. Why don't you save yours as a version, Mike? And I'm going to go in and start doing
I did.
Link.
It's saved. You can get it now.
I'm going to go get it. Can you NDA me again? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not my fault that files are everywhere. And... Oh, you know what? It's fine. You can NDA me.
I think if we're gonna put stuff up below, then the face being down makes more sense. Not as far as you did, but at least down from what I had.
Okay.
I'm also gonna make all of this.
I let you do what you want. So what version is it that you've saved?
Just the original one.
Just the original.
And I'm gonna work in grayscale first.
Oh, okay. Gonna do your values.
Yeah.
Gonna do your values. I am going to draw Link.
Okay, and then I'll save the one I'm working in. Save as Mike's BG.
Mix. Have you resaved the one you're working as?
That's what I'm doing now.
Okay, awesome. Then I will just save this one over the top of the one that I've opened it as. Perfect. Are you ready, Link? I can't hear you. Oh. Who wakes up on an island with a giant egg? Link, the hero of time. Who wears a short tunic no matter what people think? Link, the hero of time.
Who is this cute couple that you've watched Let's Play? Legbirds.
Legbirds! I know the Legbirds! They're adorable. They did a playthrough of Sonic Adventure.
Really?
Yes. And I enjoyed that greatly. Let me get myself a little bit of reference. A little bit of reference on my canvas. The animator is named Lake now. Lake is a nice name. Sorry, Link, I lost some of your feet, but you know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about your feet, Link.
Don't worry about your feet, Link. Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about him.
Okay, so let's see. Bop. 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 Oh, I did that on the wrong layer. Oh wow.
Meg gave them that name and they got married in the woods. Whoa! Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Wait a second, you made an anim and end slate for them. Bertie, that's so cool. Do you know them? You're welcome, Harriet. I'm glad. If you know them, tell them that I really like their stuff. Ah, I see. It was fan art. That's super cool though. Oh, I see. My brush still has very low opacity. That explains so much.
Sky face.
And his hair's being blown to the side because it's windy on the island. And his hat's being blown to the side. I'm still NDA'd. Can you un-NDA me, for goodness sake, Michael?
You have to tell me.
I told you. Ages ago. Ages and ages and ages ago.
Okay.
Thank you for the heads up. Oh, ages and ages and ages ago. Oh, Carl, that's so nice. Send it, send it, send it, send it. There's someone who works there. I know they will only appreciate it.
Just paste it in here.
Well, I think maybe Patrick is the person.
Yeah.
So guys, what do you think is your favourite iteration of Link? That's a tough question, I know.
I don't think I have one.
Thank you, Bertie. You don't have a favourite Link? I'm always going to have a soft spot for the one where he doesn't wear tights. Of which Link's Awakening is one of them. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm just comparing her to compositions. I think I do like yours more.
Ask the chat.
Yours makes the eggs feel bigger and more.
The chat always knows. Gotta get my sketch. Gotta get them thighs. Got them thighs. Powerful. Animated series Link is your favourite. Fair enough. Emlet likes Breath of the Wild Link. Bertie likes Wind Waker Link. The good one. Tibbs, can we own a theme park so we can make a simulator ride that's got fully hand-drawn animation? Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? Carl's family friends just got a dog called Link. Good name. Good strong name.
No doubt the name of
His father.
yeah.
Link stands in the waves looking epic. have a weakness for people who wear long-sleeved things underneath short-sleeved things. The good look. Yeah, Verti, I like that too. That Link is looking more and more gender neutral as time goes.
Hmm.
I feel like he's always been. It's always been a little bit like that. It's interesting that the Link's Awakening Link of old, the Master Sword design's different.
Is he holding the Master Sword in that sketch?
Well, I'd assume.
Like he doesn't get the Master Sword. I don't know if he gets the Master Sword in Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, he has a sword.
I don't think it's the Master Sword in that illustration.
You don't think?
No, I don't think.
Hold on. I think it is meant to be the Master Sword. Let me show you why. So this is the image that I've been using. Bop, 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 bop. And this is an updated version. And that is definitely the Master Sword.
I mean, is that an updated version by a fan?
It might be, yeah. Let me simply look it up.
I mean, it says it is in the game.
Well, then I'd only assume that he's using it in promotional artwork.
I don't know. Swords in Links.
Maybe. Maybe it's not. Let me see.
Yeah, it doesn't say it's in Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I don't think it is, you know? I think you're right.
Like, if it's a fan-made one and it's supposedly all a dream?
Yes. There's something called the level 2 sword, apparently, but I don't think that is... I think that's probably what the Master Sword would be had they used the Master Sword, but it's not. Do you think I should give him a sword?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's get sketchy with it. Ocarina Link. Yeah, I like the links where they had quite early on links where they had the very pointy nose. Oh, that was very fun. It was much less pretty modern anime. It felt much more defined somehow. shoulder leg. His bum would be here. Gotta draw that bum.
Okay.
Has everyone read the Legend of Zelda mangas? No, I think I got a preview of one in a magazine once. It was based on Skyward Sword. Am I right in thinking that Skyward Sword is meant to be the first Link?
I think so.
Yeah, Skyward Sword is the start of Legend of Zelda. Interesting.
So we're saying like Skyward Sword is the first game in the timeline, but it's the second Link because the first Link was a knight in the comic.
Gotcha.
And I think Breath of the Wild Link belongs at the end of the timeline.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are you excited to play Breath of the Wild, Mike?
Yeah. Like, are you aiming to get it for the Wii U? Now
Yes.
that you know that you can get it for the Wii U.
Yes. Well, yes, unless we somehow win this competition.
Because I think it'd be more worth our time getting it for the Switch.
Well, yeah, but then we'd also have to get a Switch.
Yeah. By winning this competition.
Yeah. Walk him a little bit.
Like, consider that Breath of the Wild 2 will probably come out on the Switch.
Uh-huh.
And you want to play that. So it just makes sense to get a Switch.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd love to get a Switch. It's just that, obviously can't afford it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, we could always get Breath of the Wild 1 on the Wii U. And then, if we can get a Switch before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. I just got a pot for Lou.
Okie doke.
Okie dokie.
Everything I've seen fan art wise for Breath of the Wild 2 seems to have like Ganon being part of the team, which I think is awesome concept. So, I'm not very good at backgrounds. I'm going to try. Maybe I need a harder edge brush, something like Chayoko. I got this one from David. Let's see if that'll help. It's a bit slow. rehydrated Ganon is not canon. Fair enough. I still think it's a fun concept, though.
Rehydrated cannon. That's true. I kind of want to play Zelda. I think that would be amazing. But I don't know how likely that is. Whoops. I hope she'll be a bigger role too. I understand them not wanting to change up what made the franchise successful. But that would be pretty rad. You know, it's disheartening to hear all the people who don't want that to happen, though, wailing about how you can't have a female protagonist in a Zelda game.
Yeah, I mean, she's got
like,
the
come on,
Triforce
guys.
and everything. She's super powerful.
It's just kind of like, well, grow up, guys, come on. But it's disheartening to hear that people like that are still around and are still kind of listened to by the companies who are making the games.
Yeah.
I honestly think it would make the stories a bit more powerful to have Zelda be someone who is more relatable and who you care for more because of who she is and just because she's the princess.
Yeah.
You can't play Zelda because she's too OP. Can you imagine 2-player Breath of the Wild? Mike and I would be all over that.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yes, please.
Like linked play.
I
or
will
something.
order 7.
You'll order 7.
Maybe we get a love story between Link and Ganondorf. I do think that if Link and Ganondorf had some kind of relationship or friendship, it would make the story more powerful. Again.
I saw someone do like a fan art where Ganon was like Link's adoptive father or something like that. And it was adorable, but also like story ramifications of that were really potent as well.
Exactly. What I mean. It makes it much more attractive story if he isn't just big evil, must hit with sword. Don't know who this guy is. Don't care. I saw the rehydrated comic where both Link and Zelda got nosebleeds at Ganon. Yes, I saw that one too. So fun.
Oh, yeah. People have made like 3D prints of the Link's Awakening island.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Maybe I should say Koholint. Yeah, here we go.
What's the name of it?
Koholint.
Kokolint.
Koholint.
Koholin.
It looks like a lot of the depictions only have one mountain, but I think it's meant to have two.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, night Zenith.
You know.
Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Bryony reckons that the reason, one of the reasons Legend of Zelda is still going is its fairy tale simplicity. There's a lot of space for fans to insert their own emotions and stories in the characters / world.
I think it's a really smart way to look at it and very true. Yeah. I agree. Maybe it's best that some stuff isn't completely fleshed out.
There's a Gerudo Link?
Yeah, isn't that Link in the Gerudo outfit?
I don't know.
Because you can get different outfits in Breath of the Wild. And one of them is a Gerudo outfit. I don't want you to be able to look up his skirt too much.
Oh my.
Like, I want to capture the shortness, but also not make it so it's like, yeah, I can totally look up it. Emnat says, so what's the deal? What's the lore behind the Gerudo village? How do they get more folks? Only from Ganon since he's the only male? And do they dispose of the boys? I don't know. I don't know enough about Legend of Zelda. Being a Sega kid, I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sega kid.
I didn't really have the chance to play the Legend of Zeldas, which is one of the reasons I really want to play it now.
That wasn't me like looking down on you as being a Sega
sure.
kid. It's just the expression Sega kid.
That's who I am. Don't make fun of my heritage.
Your heritage. Oh dear. So India self-identifies as a Sega kid.
I was always jealous of my friends though, because they all had Nintendos, and Legend of Zelda was the game that I looked at and went, oh, I want to play that. But I never could the end. I remember seeing Ocarina of Time for the first time at my friend's house, and I couldn't believe that you could just go anywhere. Not believe it.
Couldn't believe what?
Nothing.
Doig, please read what Mina and I wrote. The people need to know, Doig. Okay.
Oh my.
What? Where? What? Can you repaste it? Because I don't know what I'm looking for.
Oh, your dad gave your NES away. My mum gave my Master System away. For £10. Back then, it was probably worth much more than that.
You're looking for lizards, Gerudo, women. Doig.
I'm interested.
Obviously, all the lady Gerudo boned down and reproduced like Mexican whiptail lizards. Nah, not from the one dude. They're just lesbian lizards. One male is supposed to be born every like 100 years to be their king. Is that the actual lore? Asked Emily. Is that?
I want to know. It's important to me.
What? Oh, the people need to know. So they don't need to know any. Please read what they wrote. Right, okay. I thought there was going to be a question. I thought it was like, please read this and then tell us an answer, but it was just, you just wanted me to read it out online, like on the stream. I see. You're just using me as your puppet.
Hey.
I get it now.
Hey
What do you
now.
mean, hey?
I'm happy that I now know this information. Thank you! This information is important to me.
Bless your faith.
Oh, thanks. It's blessed.
Wait,
Should
why
do a
is...
Gerudo Women PSA. Is that the actual lore? I need to know. Yes, Toy, you are a siphon.
Wait, why can't I paint here?
Hold on to your sword, Link.
Yeah, why is it just simply that this doesn't extend far enough? Okay.
What's the lore of Verti? Verti is unexplainable. Verti is just a force of nature.
Is there a canon name for Strive's race, or is Mobian accurate? Asked Carl.
It's hard to say like what's canon and what's not. I can tell you that I would call them Mobians when we were working on the music video behind the scenes. But I think a lot of the people who worked on the video are really happy for people to make their own lore and interpret it how they want. I always called them Mobians or Starlings. Mostly Mobians because they're inspired by the art of Mobius. But really, the entire world and the characters and everything are a playground for people to explore and do what they want with. Oop, sorry. So I'd hesitate to tell anyone, you know, this interpretation is wrong. This interpretation is right.
I think you can say what you think.
Yeah, I think of them as Mobians.
I have my own theories.
Mike has an entire lore theory that it has for the background of the world and everything. Yeah, Tibbs is right. Everything was built out of the themes.
Carl's like, Doug, give theory. No.
It's a cool theory, though. He's told it to me.
You're such a temptress. It's not all that great or anything. Just don't pay it no heed. Pay no mind. I did reason out the Starling / Mobian thing though.
Reason out?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What the distinction and stuff was.
Didn't I reason that out with you? Mike?
Probably. Yes. I think it was on one of our many trips to the post office that we spoke about it. The post office is like a 10-minute walk away, but it takes us like a half hour to get there because there's 2 roads to cross and you have to wait like 5 minutes for each of them.
Mm-hmm. So we always end up talking about some kind of story stuff. Galactic Vegetable, I love that because I love seeing what people come up with. Because I think a lot of people on the team had their own different theories and stories for the video that felt like they could fit. But we didn't want any one of those to be the absolute. And I love seeing what people are coming up with because there's some really creative stuff coming out.
Hey, Shooch.
Hey, Shooch. Hello there. Yeah, I love that, Bertie. That was one thing that people asked a lot when the video first came out, was whether the gem was something on the costume or whether it was something that was part of the character. And personally, I always saw it as being a part of the character. Like you would be born with it and it would be embedded into your chest.
Shazhan says, there's another TWRP song with the lyrics, and if my love is ever spurned, all of the stars will burn and never return, in the hit. Do you know if this is related to Starlight Brigade?
I don't. Because I'm assuming Dan probably wrote the lyrics for the hit.
I'm not sure he did. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well,
let's look it up.
Yeah, find out who wrote the lyrics, because Dan wrote the lyrics for Starlight Brigade. So if there was a connection to be made there, it would have been made by Dan. I think what's more likely is just that Dan loves star imagery. But you never know. One thing I can say is if there was a connection, we didn't know about it. But that doesn't discount any theories.
I'm not sure.
Who wrote the lyrics? Oh, the credits? Song credits? At the end of the hit? Or in the description of the hit?
Like on the video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we did. We pitched the concept very early. So Patrick arranged a meeting between us and the band members, where the band members explained what they wanted out of the video.
Sure.
And the stories they saw it and the motivation behind the lyrics and everything, and they gave us what they wanted, which was they wanted a story about a young kid who goes to space, and it was to embody the meaning of the lyrics, which was to reach for something when it feels impossible because it's your passion, it's your drive to do so. And they wanted it to be inspired by 80s anime, and so we took that and we ran with it, and we came back and pitched them the idea, and they liked the idea. And that was all before pre-production started, of course. So once we had the idea solidified, we went straight into character designs, and that's how we started off. That is interesting, Carl. I really like that idea a lot. I have something similar in mind, where it definitely is like a force of their life, and if it's damaged or broken, then it has big effects. But I'm not 100% sure what those are. Yeah, I really like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
And it's super duper cool to hear all of the bits of story and character coming out. Bertie, I'd love for you to animate Strive, that'd be so cool. But you have so much other stuff on at the moment.
Emlet, the process kind of went initial talk about what the project would be, and then we were either sent the song before that initial meeting or after the initial meeting. Don't remember which.
Yeah, the initial meeting was for them to tell us what they wanted.
Yeah.
And then the pitch meeting was for us to tell them, okay, so based on what you wanted, this is what we came up with for the music video. And then they gave us the go-ahead on that. A fun AU your friend and you've made is that you've an AU in which Meowth adopts baby Strive. That's so sweet. I still remember on the draw pile we did to raise money for Nights, Patrick did that drawing that was requested of Meowth reading to Strive as Strive was falling asleep.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the cutest things I've ever seen. It's such a beautiful drawing. I love it so much. I don't know what I'm doing with this boy's hair. I'm dawdling around on it. Let me get something more solid. Galactic Vegetable, you're the one who requested it. Oh, nice. Thank you for requesting that, because one of the most beautiful drawings I've ever seen has come out of it. I love that piece that Patrick did so much. You did a really good job colouring it. I remember seeing after the stream that you had inked and coloured it. It warms my heart. It does. It's like so sweet.
And then Patrick went on to draw like an orc Meowth.
Yeah, which was badass. I mean, seeing Patrick draw live is like, he just has no hesitation. I hope that I can get that good someday. I'm working toward it. Thanks to my friends giving me some help and advice. I might need to flip this link. Flip that link. Do you have a shortcut set up, Mike, where you can flip your canvas?
I used to. Don't know if I've overwritten it or not. You set up the action though and you can have it yourself.
Let me see if I can find it. Flip canvas horizontal. Yeah, let's do this instead of filter last filter. Control and F for flip. Do it. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I'm so excited, Harriet, that you're going to be cosplaying Strive. That's so cool. And Sensible Senpai, you guys donated so much. You helped us achieve so much with your donations. Thank you. Thank you a million. Thanks to you guys, we're able to do so much more at Nights of the Light Table.
See Emma.
See Emma. Yeah, maybe I should start his ears lower down. I'm gonna do that. I might need to redraw that head, but I'm fairly happy with the body. Oh, Carl, this is your last stream for summer, so you're starting next week back at school.
Aww. Thank you for spending the time with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hope you have a great term. Need to figure out how to draw fists. I'm gonna block this because I want to. Because I want to! Always fun.
Gonna what?
I like blocking things.
Like a color mat or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even before they're finished, I like blocking them because they help me to see the overall shape. And then I can adjust things as I go. So I'll have to do that hand.
Oh?
Oh, window cleaning.
Our window's closed, isn't it? Yeah.
It sure is.
Cool.
You just read Frostblight. Bertie, you sneak. I didn't realise you were doing that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the first thing Mike and I made together. It was like, what, 6 years ago now?
Yeah, it would have been like about 6 months into our whirlwind relationship.
You know, 6 months before you start to broach the question, hey, we should probably make something together.
Yeah.
We both like art. Mike didn't know what he was getting into.
Yeah, we made that in 24 days.
Oh yeah, we did an image a day or a page a day for each day of the Advent over December.
That was when I really knew what I was getting to.
Showed you what you could do though, didn't it?
Yeah, you did. So we spent Christmas Eve huddled up together, finishing that at like 3 in the morning.
I'm sorry.
That's good memory.
I guess so. We probably could have found nicer ways to spend Christmas Eve than working, but it was still rewarding to be able to finish it.
Verdi, we're still gathering questions. We haven't started on making the video yet because we're hecka busy. But...
We're very busy, but also we don't have that many questions yet anyway, so. I should power call on Twitter and see if we get a few more.
So yeah, help us gather questions.
No, don't worry about it. I will put a Twitter post out and then hopefully people will respond to that and give me some questions. Yay, blocking is fun.
Bruno Mars is gay.
I'm sorry, we can't answer that one.
Tib says you don't have many questions because you answer them all in here.
That's true. We were thinking that when we managed to hit the goal. We were like, yes, we managed to hit the goal. Okay, so what's the thing we're doing? Okay, it's a Q&A. I hope people have questions, considering they can ask us anytime, either on the Discord or on just our YouTube channel.
It's true.
Whoops. But we'll see.
But like, think of it like questions that you can get a slightly deeper, lengthier answer on because we'll have time to think about it and construct and fabricate lies.
Yep. We have all the time to think of the best way to say it that makes us sound the best. Bruno Mars' Starlight Sonar is Bruno Mars. Oh, I want to see a Bruno Mars Starlight Sonar now. I will resist.
India likes Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I do.
He's great. Yeah.
I like the songs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like their music.
I like 24 Karat Magic. It's catchy.
I also blocked in a link for values.
What? Yeah, I did not animate the whole Starlight Brigade video. That is not something that I did. A Conan O'Brien Starlight Sonar. That would be something.
Come on. Stop being a poop face, Photoshop.
You can't make me commit Verti. Doesn't have a name, but it's essentially Conan with long ears and more orange. Nice. Nice.
Edit, purge, all.
Verti's so mad at me. I'm sorry.
What'd you do?
I didn't commit to the bit.
What was the bit?
But I animated the entire Starlight Brigade music video.
Oh.
But I didn't! And I won't feel comfortable saying I did, so I can't!
You animated a fair bit of it.
Well, I animated some of it. That's the most I can say. I had my fingers in a lot of pies.
What do you want? Numbers?
Facts? I can't give you those. If you're looking for facts, you came to the wrong place. Welcome to the land of vague guesstimations. You animated more effects than I did, Tib. I don't know how to do effects. I don't know. Like, most of the animation that I took on was stuff to try and free up other people for the other shots. So I took on a lot of the shots which were just like, this is a 2 seconds of a ship against a barrier. Or this is the back of someone's head as they look at something.
I love that shot.
The shot of the back of someone's head.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's shot 14.
Yeah. It was 14.
Yep.
It was very smart.
Seriously, having composited like every shot, my knowledge is like
I know everything.
It was like encyclopedic. It's slowly drifting away now.
Oh yeah, just after we released, Mike could name every single shot number, which was pretty amazing because there's like 131 different shots.
There's actually 133, but
we did name some of them A and B.
That was 16A, 16B, and 16C.
For various reasons. So many pies. Yes, pies are delicious and good for you.
I had a very self-indulgent thought yesterday, which I'm going to share with you now.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Go on. What is it?
It was like when that feeling when you wake up in the morning and you remember that Starlight Brigade exists, but then you remember that you worked on it.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
You're sweet.
I was like, oh cool, oh cool. Yeah, that's.
It was inescapable. It was your life for months. I'm surprised you're not having like terrible flashbacks to it.
Can you send me the credit subtitles? You can help me check they're all right. What credit subtitles? You can send me whatever. Like, I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about though.
Tip was doing subtitles for everything, right?
Sensible Senpai just said, I asked the same question on Discord, but do you guys have a PO box people can send fan art / gifts to?
Oh.
We don't.
Are you talking about us specifically, as in Doig and Swift, or are you talking about Knights of a Light Table?
Oh, that's a very good distinction.
Yeah, because us here on the channel doing our little link drawings and stuff are different to the company that is Knights of a Light Table. So we would have to give you 2 different answers depending on like who the intended recipient of said fan art or such is.
Send stuff to Doig Swift.
Doig Swift.
Like,
just put that on an envelope and post it and it will reach us.
Like the PO boxes. Can we send Switch? Hey, with friends.
Play with friends.
Aww. I think PO boxes cost money, don't they?
Yes, but we would give you an address to send it to, essentially. But again, it would depend who you're sending it to, because the addresses would be different.
I've seen a couple of people say that they've watched Starlight Brigade and they cry, and I always want to kind of ask them like why they cried, because I'm curious, but I never reply.
I cry when I watch it, but I think that might be for different reasons.
Why you cry? I guess either one works. It's intended for you and Doig, but could be something to show to everyone.
If it's Knights you want to send it to, like if you want all of the Knights to see it, there might be an address on the website. Let me have a check.
Not a physical address.
Every company has to have a physical address.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
part of the forming of a company.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just Patrick's home address though.
He wouldn't have put his home address. I don't think. But I will speak to Patrick about it and ask him and get back to you.
So nostalgic and just innocent, no weird tension and adult stuff. It's just like a Saturday morning cartoon that's just fun. Evocative of all the good childhood memories.
Aw. That's so cool to hear, because that is 100% one of the things we wanted to get across.
Yeah.
Was everyone on the team has grown up watching cartoons, and we wanted to give that feeling back to people of sitting down with your cereal on a Saturday morning and just watching something cool. Galactic Vegetable, you were at the TWRP show where they premiered it. That's amazing.
Oh, cool.
So, one of the people who worked on it, David Liu, who is a fantastic artist who a lot of you probably already know about, he really helped us out with that project a lot. His thumbprint's all over it. But he arranged for his friend, Devin, who I don't think is in the chat at the minute, but she sometimes is.
Da Vinci, if you know her.
Yeah, Da Vinci, to go and record that from backstage. So we have a video of the first time they premiered the Starlight Brigade music video from backstage of the crowd's reaction. And the team watched that, and you were probably in that video, and we all cried when we watched that, because that was the first time we got to see people react to the video that we'd made. And we were all kind of still worried at that point that what if no one likes it? You know, what if it's received badly? What if it doesn't do well for the band? What if we made mistakes? So that was really cathartic to watch the crowd react to it.
What if people don't understand that TWRP isn't in it for the first minute and a bit?
It was nice when they appeared and then everyone cheered because they recognized them.
You know what still surprises me is the fact that the beginning of the video is just silent.
Yes.
And it's silent for a little while, and people still like gave it the chance and watched it.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, like
I was a bit worried.
We had half a thought that the band might add something in at the beginning. We like left room for it, but I guess it's a kind of like a slow build.
Yeah, I mean that was never anything that they said they would do.
No, I'm not implying that. Sorry.
That's alright. Just clarifying. Yeah, I mean, Bertie, it's always the way though, isn't it? It doesn't matter what you make, you're always worried that, you know, it comes to a point where there's no going back, and there's always the worry that you've done something that people aren't going to like or get. You know, I was worried maybe it's too referential to stuff that I grew up with as a kid. Maybe people won't appreciate that, maybe they won't get it. You know, maybe they won't like the designs or the story. So it was amazing when people reacted the way they did to it. Like, we feel extremely lucky. Bertie, that's a very animator Easter egg there that no one will ever notice. But I know it's there. Little fun things that you get to do in the design phase. Al did an amazing job with the ships though. The ships, particularly the Brigadier ships of the TWRP crew, were basically just L going mad, with just occasional occasional guidance from me going, oh, maybe more like this, or oh, I like that one and the way that shape works, or just carry on.
I think it was Elle describing bits and pieces of her vision and your vision combined.
Yeah.
Like I went over the doodles and stuff, and there's definitely trace elements of your paint overs that went through.
Well, Strive Ship is the one that I had the most, got my hands in the most, but the rest of them were pretty much just Elle being set off and going. Like, she's amazing. Her designs are amazing. Like, I can't draw ships like that. Kidding me? Thank you very much to Mike for modelling them so that we had reference to work from, because I would have been extremely lost trying to animate those things. They are very complicated. Having a 3D model to be able to twirl around and look at was extremely helpful.
Sensible Senpai said, I love the ship all the brigade ships dock on. It took me forever to figure out it was a stage. And Carl's like, oh heck,
oh
you're
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, guys, it's modelled on a basically a hollowed out theatre, a amphitheatre. It's designed to look like a stage.
I that's one of the things.
We even
I wish...
have trestles and stuff. Like, stage lighting is what makes up a lot of the construction of it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I wish that hadn't been so rushed toward the end, was like fleshing out those concepts and those ideas. Like the concepts, the art for them are really good.
Mm-hmm.
The backgrounds were sort of my department, and like they got rushed at the end. I think Elle also was pitching in for the shots with the stage ship.
Yeah. Well, the flagship was designed mostly by Elle, based on me going, make it a stage, make it a giant floating stage. And then the interior of that was mostly designed by Renee, who designed most of the interior stuff on the fly as she was doing the background, because we were that low on time. And she did such an incredible job of making that space feel convincing.
The table that they view all the the table that they view the captain giving them instructions and stuff. I did a whole bunch of like I took a bunch of like musical recording equipment and stuff and stuck all the components on the side, and Renee did an amazing job of translating those into the far view of it.
Yeah, so as well as the main flagship being modelled on an amphitheatre or stage or hollowed out theatre, all of which had little pieces in there, all of the mechanics and such were based on sound systems, bits of instruments, etc., etc. All the interior of the Brigadier's ships, which I got to have more of a hand in. Yay, I did the interiors. They're all based on instruments, bits of musical equipment. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed the way that Elle wove the characters' instruments into their ship designs on the exteriors as well. Some of my favourite parts, like Sung's Keytar wings, and the way his helmet shape is kind of worked in there. And have ship basically looking like a drum set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when FFX was like, oh, they're all based on instruments. And we were like, yes! How long have you been working on this project, Thomas? That was funny.
I think that's evidence of something.
Yeah, well, it's evidence that maybe they look cool, futuristic, and natural enough for you not to instantly be like, oh, they just stuck a guitar head on those wings, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
You were remarking upon the fact that the silhouette of Strive's ship is the shape of Dan's bass guitar.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Guitar.
And yeah, Tibbs, you shouldn't panic. You should have faith in your own work. So Tibbs did amazing work on the interiors. Tib and me would have sessions where we would just sit together and we would just doodle a bunch of interiors. Some of the controls in particular were Tibbs' idea for how the characters would control the ships. Because I remember there being a really cool idea that she came up with. I think Elle came up with it too, or it might have just been Tibbs, but it was the way that Meowth would operate his ship would be an overhand-underhand grip, which is reminiscent of the way that you would hold a bass guitar, which I absolutely dig. So cool.
There's a lot of elements that are in there that aren't utilized. Like, there's a lot of world building that isn't in the shots, which is interesting.
Like Hav's amazing foot.
Yeah.
Where Elle and I literally drew the inside of Hav's leg to try and figure out how his piston system would work for him pushing his foot down with a lot of force to hit the bass drum pedal. And then I never got put in any of the shots because I couldn't find room for it. Tib would have got a secret fish in if she could have. I think we did actually almost try to sneak one in there at the end, but I can't remember why it didn't happen. It was going to be a little Easter egg mostly for Tib.
Bottom of the fix list.
I think it was on the fix list, wasn't it?
Quite possibly.
Because Tibbs' idea was that Hav would have a pet fish in a space helmet. Which is a fantastic idea. Oh no! Bertie's like, so Doig and Swift Q&A, bring your questions. And I'm like, oh no! We've just spent the last 10 minutes talking about all the behind the scenes stuff of Starlight Brigade and now no one's going to have any questions. Oh no! We're no good at this. We should have thought of this before we decided we would do a video answering questions.
We thought of that like years ago though.
Yeah, I probably could. That would be interesting. Maybe we should look through some of our streams and actually try and get some of the questions that we got asked on streams before. Anywho, we should probably head off because it is 10:30.
Aww.
I know, but we're on a tight schedule today. We have to go for a walk.
That's true.
And then we have to get a bunch of work done that we were meant to start at 10.
Okay, fair.
So.
Here's how my part's looking so far.
I love it.
Cool.
Looking cool so far.
Yeah. Needs more definition, but at least the feeling of the values is kind of working.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it misty, mysterious.
This is how my part is looking so far. I would like to alter the drawing a little bit, and I think the lighting might need some direction.
Okay.
And I want to do the waves in a cool way that we should figure out.
Can you zoom in?
Can I zoom in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What do you think?
I would probably have him like I would go for like a dark on light thing, so maybe he should be like lit from so there'd be bounce lighting on the back of his leg, but maybe he should be like dark and like rimlit. Make it feel like he's
Yeah, can do.
rather than having him like lit from above, like lit from the front.
Can definitely do that.
Like it is.
Can I dig that?
Dig what?
Just like playing around with colors and stuff.
I like it is.
I like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. I don't like it. Not at all. Can you send me a screen grab of the background with no link? I think maybe his pose could be more emotive. I'm like between having him just do a kind of hero stance where he looks cool and him having more movement, like maybe wading towards the island or something.
It's too big.
I think maybe wading towards the island might be more evocative.
Yeah, maybe.
To have a less symmetry and more movement. Like, this is like kind of heroic in the way that he's standing, but I don't know whether it's that interesting. Stretching his arm and yawning. Yes, Carl, do it. Email it to the Knights of a Light Table email, which I think is contact@knightsofalightTable.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, much as it may be strange to be like, I just spent the last hour drawing this little link and now I just want to redraw it and change it completely. You know, sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to figure this stuff out.
I think if you're not feeling it, then lean into that.
Yeah, and I'd rather get something I'm happy with than go with the first thing that I do just because.
I think I might post this up on Twitter. Be like, this is what I did this morning. Come and check it out next week when I work on it more.
When I work on it more. Yeah. I think it'll be nicer if he's wading. Yep, sometimes it be like that, Verti. Yeah, I don't really like the drawing that much. I think I will change it. But nevertheless, thank you guys for coming. And we'll be continuing this next week because we got to get it done before the deadline.
Yep.
Oh, we got to get it done.
Sensible Senpai says, my mom says to wait 24 hours before feeling finished with an art piece in case I want to change it or find mistakes.
I thought your mum sounds like a smart lady. A good plan.
Kind of cool working on the same piece at the same time together.
Yeah. I agree. I like it. I've missed it. I'll do Link wading.
It's interesting. Your Link's legs feel a lot more chonk than mine do.
Yeah. Well, I was modelling it on the old Link. He was a bit chonk.
Yeah, gotcha. I just did the silhouette of your sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming and joining us. It's been really fun.
Yes.
And we'll be back on Monday.
Yes, that is the day.
Because today is
Friday.
Friday. There'll be another episode of Nights and Bites, episode 3.
On Saturday.
Coming out tomorrow. And I've been working on a post for Patreon about doing backgrounds for Starlight Brigade, so that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It better be.
But stop punching yourself, India.
Okay. Maybe I will stop punching myself.
I didn't snort. That didn't happen.
Get that Patreon post out.
What?
I'll beat you up.
Get that Patreon post out. Yeah. So I'm going to flip to this. And big thank you for coming along. And may the rest
of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
Adventure.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.